How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Crafting Cars. So in our last Civic episode, we had just finished up spraying the car down with U-Pol's 2K high build primer. And as you can see by the car behind me, now got some fresh paint on it. I put in quite a bit of work to get it to this point, so in today's video I'm going to break it all down, show you guys the products I used and everything I learned during my first DIY garage paint job experience. So after seeing the car covered in that 2K high build primer, it may have looked like it was time to cover the car in paint, but unfortunately that was not the case. So spraying that thick high build primer out of a 2mm paint nozzle does a good job leveling out the minor surface imperfections, but it does not lay out smooth at all. If you run your hand over the car, there was an obvious texture, although you couldn't really see it with the eye. To solve these issues, I covered the entire car with this black dry guide coat by Duragold. And then I sanded everything off with 400 grit sandpaper. Using the guide coat was definitely the right move. It made it way easier to tell where the car was sanded and where it still needed some work. This does a great job highlighting any surface texture like we had all over the car, any deep scratches or anything like that, any pinholes in the primer. So yeah, I highly recommend using a guide coat when doing a job like this. And after a ton of 400 grit block sanding, the car ended up looking like this. Now, although it doesn't look like it, this is the flattest the bodywork on the car has ever been. This photo does a good job showing all the different layers we were working with. You can see the sanded 2K high build primer, the old gray paint. You can even see some of the old factory green paint on the flares. There's some spots burned through where you can see the epoxy primer we sealed those up with. There's a couple slivers of exposed metal and one little spot of body filler. At this point, I was actually ready to lay down some single stage paint on the car until my buddy Dane called me and he told me, hold up, if you spray the single stage on the car now as it sits, all those little spots are eventually going to show up. And why that is as the paint cures and the paint shrinks, it'll shrink differently and it'll cure just slightly differently depending on the substrate that it's painted on top of. So it might not be obvious now, but in the summertime when you park it out in the sunlight, all those slight differences will eventually show up. So with that knowledge, I decided to lay down one thick wet coat of this Omni epoxy primer. I used a white primer option, so it was a little bit easier to see what I was doing. Then I sprayed it out of a 1.3mm nozzle, and I actually thinned it out with some acetone so it would lay out nice and flat. And I tell you what, it laid out 1,000 times better than the 2K high build primer did. The thinned out epoxy primer laid out super flat, and there was even a little shine to it. There was a couple of runs in the coat, but those were easily wet sanded out with 600 grit sandpaper. So according to the technical data sheet on this primer, you're good to go ahead and top coat it as long as it's within 3 days of spraying the primer. So what I did is I waited 2 days for it to kind of cure, and then I remasked the entire car, got the garage cleaned up again, and I used some 3M fine line tape to tape some designs on the carbon hood and the carbon trunk. Got those all prepped. I'll be showing you guys those designs shortly. And I was pretty much ready to spray some single stage paint at this point. I figured before I go ahead and spray the car, just to be safe, I should clean the HVLP gun one more time, and that's when something real bad happened. When I had last used this gun to spray the white epoxy primer, I did notice there was a small little air leak coming between the metal gun here and the plastic handle, and I wanted to investigate it this time when I cleaned it. So to take the handle off, you gotta loosen this little fitting at the bottom, and there's an aluminum rod. So it's threaded on this end and it's threaded on this end. And when I went to loosen this end, the threads on this end of the aluminum rod snapped. And basically the entire handle and everything came apart, which is not good because this is supposed to hold air pressure. So in a panic, the only really option we had was to run to Ace Hardware, just a local Ace Hardware we have around here. And I grabbed some super glue, and that aluminum rod in there, basically kind of like a pipe, like pipe thread. I covered the entire outside of that with super glue, and then where these fittings go on, I covered that in super glue, and then wrapped the entire handle up with electrical tape, and luckily it held. So this thing only holds 9.5 pounds of air pressure since it's high volume, low pressure. So thank goodness we got away with that little fix there. But yeah, that was kind of scary to happen on paint day, but we got it done. So after resolving that issue, we were eventually ready to start painting, And so I mixed up 3 of these quarts of Summit Racing Battleship Gray single stage paint. This is the same color that the car was before. Now, I did hear that sometimes in each quart, it can be kind of a slightly different color. So to avoid any issues with mismatched panels on the car, I just combined them all into a gallon right here. And then for each batch, I just use your basic measuring cups. We mixed this 4 to 1 to 1. So it was 4 parts paint, 1 part urethane reducer, and I had to use the low temp since it is getting colder outside. I can only keep the garage around like 60 degrees, 63 in here right now. And I use the low temp activator as well. So mixing these together thins out the paint just a tiny bit, and I use the same 1.3 millimeter nozzle I used with the primer, and it laid out real nice. So yeah, check this out. So, how were the results? Let's walk around the car and I'll show you. So I guess starting at the front of the car, you can see that cool carbon pattern I decided to go with. So for those of you who've been following along, you know that that's part of the Need for Speed Most Wanted livery from 2005, that BMW. So that's all gonna incorporate to the completed paint job. We're not done yet, we still got some paint to spray. Walking around the car, you can see that the front laid out real nice. It's looking very aggressive with the wide fenders. And the finish of the paint ain't really that bad. So for a garage paint job, just being single stage with no clear coat, it's pretty dang glossy. Then walking around to this side, this was the first side of the car that I sprayed, and I laid it on pretty wet. So with single stage, if you don't want to use a clear coat to rely on or to get the gloss out, you basically have to lay it on pretty dang wet. So laid out nice, but we have one super long run I'm gonna have to fix that basically spans the entire length of the car. So you can kind of see it there. Kind of runs, little spots, really bad here by the door handle. But that's nothing that can't be wet sanded out. That's kind of the beauty of single stage paint. You can see that the trunk, we used our 3M fine line tape. That line came out super clean. A little bit different than the livery style on the BMW, but I decided this would be a much cleaner look. I was inspired by somebody else's build, and yeah, I really like the taped off duckbill style. So yeah, this side of the car, however, turned out perfect. So had a little bit more practice, made a small adjustment to the gun when I walked on over to this side, and I could not be happier with how this side turned out. That's more like it. And I suppose like the biggest thing here is the bodywork. What does the bodywork look like now that we have the wide body molded on and it's got a nice clear glossy finish on there? Does it look terrible? I think it looks pretty dang good. Pretty smooth to me. You can even see where we incorporated it into the factory door molding there. Yeah, so I'm very happy with that, how that turned out. I was very worried about that, but as you know, we spent many hours working on that to get that perfected. So, and we still have some stuff we still gotta spray. There'll be stripes on the car, incorporating the wide body fenders. The rear bumper will be gloss black and the roof will be gloss black. Before I had the roof vinyl wrap gloss black, and I really like that look, so we're gonna recreate it with some actual gloss black single stage paint. Now, as you can see outside, we're kind of fighting the weather now. It decided to snow today. Today is Halloween. Happy Tuesday as well. And so, yeah, in order to paint my garage, I have to use the low temp reducers, shut my garage door, and I've been using clean air from the house and blowing out all the overspray with 2 box fans with a blocked off middle section in the garage, with everything kind of polyed off in our little DIY spray booth here. So it's not ideal. We're working with what we got, but we achieved a pretty dang good result. So I'm gonna be pretty busy in the next 2 weeks, wet sanding and polishing the car, getting those black stripes and the black roof and bumper painted on, and yeah, kind of piecing it all back together. So stay tuned. Yeah, so not this coming Tuesday, but the Tuesday after that, we'll be uploading. You'll be able to see the finished product, and we'll get some really nice B-roll shots in there for you. Hopefully the weather clears up, and maybe we can take the Civic for a spin before we have to kind of park it for the winter. But yeah, this is what we got. So thanks again for tuning in to Crafted Cars, and I'll see you next time. Bye!